Hi, everybody. Claudia here from Fluffy Cow Coffee. As you know, we are the only coffee company in the country that supports farm animal sanctuaries. And we do this by having a fundraiser every single week for a different sanctuary around the country. And today we are partnering again with Heather from Marley's Meadows Sanctuary in New Jersey. This is our third time.
Yeah.
Yay. Hi, Heather.
Hi.
How are things going?
They're going great.
Excellent. Now refresh recollections here. Where are you located? Tell us about your residence and tell us about your mission.
Okay. So currently we're located in Cumberland County, New Jersey, which is very south. But we're actually relocating to Atlantic County by the end of the month.
Oh,
So yeah, great time for a fundraiser.
oh my gosh. Okay, wait. So you're relocating to Atlantic County?
Atlantic County. So it's about an hour away from where we are now.
And how big is the location you're relocating to?
That's going to be a little over 10 acres.
And how big is it now?
A little over 8.
Okay, 2 more acres. Yay.
Yeah,
What-
going up in size, and it's a different township, a different, county.
Yeah.
So, we're hoping to establish roots there and really spread out our mission a little bit further to help not just farmed animals, but cats too. So,
Okay. So we're expanding into cats.
we are expanding into cats. We're creating a sanctuary for them so that no cats have to be outside. So we're going to try to open intake once we're established with the cat sanctuary, but that's going to take just a couple months and then we'll start intake again. But the goal is to have any of the cats that are unadoptable, but they're not completely feral, to take them in and give them a sanctuary.
And where will you pull the cats from?
Shelters or people will never stop calling. So
Really?
oh yeah, it's amazing the I can't think of the word, the struggle that cats are going through. And even though they're a household pet, somebody sees a cat outside and instantly they assume that it's, a mean cat, a feral cat, sometimes they're just strays. So, but it's a huge issue because shelters are so full right now. And they're euthanizing faster than they would ever in the past because there's just no space.
I was wondering when you said you get calls, who's calling you? But it's mostly individuals who see a cat and they're concerned about the cat and they think the cat's feral.
Right. And they're not sure what the next step is. Sometimes we'll assist in trapping, or give them the resources, the tools. Yes, we're hoping to start a TNR program out there as well. We trapped about over 50 cats here, and helped population pretty big here. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So we're hoping we could do the same where we're moving as well.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And so it's going to be sanctuary. You're not going to be rehoming.
Nope, not rehoming, no adoption. This is where they're going to go where nobody else wants them. If we do have adoptable cats, like I say, we take in young cats and they turn out to be adoptable, then we'll go down that road. But our goal is really, our goal is to get the cats out of the shelters, out of the cages, and into sanctuary setting. So
sure. Fantastic. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Now, tell me about, first of all, tell me about your current residents and then the logistics of moving those residents.
Oh my goodness.
I can't even imagine.
Yeah, we have 9 cattle, 5 alpaca, 6 goats, 1 sheep. Then we have so many chickens and let me see, 5, 6 turkeys.
Yeah.
Ducks, I think we're up to, last time I counted, I think there was 13. So yeah, we have a lot, but we have help. So without that, I don't know how this would be possible. We have a handful of other sanctuaries coming to help us transport. And then we have
nice.
Yeah.
Tell me who. Give me an idea of who's coming.
Lauren from Happy Heart, Happy Home. She is going to come help. She's coming from Pennsylvania, so that's incredible. Christine from Old Fogey Farm. They're in Atlantic County.
Yeah.
So, and then Jamie from Freedom Farm Animal Rescue. They're in Cedarville. They're going to be coming to help too.
You just gotta, I just love the world in which you reside.
Oh, I do too. This is the only world I can function in.
I just love it. I just love the incredible support amongst the organizations is so fantastic.
It is.
it never ceases to amaze me, frankly.
I know the horrible hurricanes that have ravished the East. I mean, that's goes to show you right there how they pull together and they can really, make a difference. So I'm very proud of the sanctuary community.
That's awesome. Beth
Yeah.
is telling me we love Christine at Old Fogey.
Yeah, she's just sweetheart. I mean, I wish I had met these people 7 years ago when we first started, but the fact that we know them now is incredible. And I their friendships are gonna be.
Oh. Oh no, she froze. Heather, you're frozen. Come back. Come back to me. Heather.
Can you see me?
Yes, now you're not frozen anymore. Yay! Yay. So I'm imagining that this impending move is pretty much taking up all your time.
All our time, all our resources. That's one of the reasons we're on intake hold. We just don't want to take on something else when we're trying to get everybody settled into a new place. So, that's one of the reasons why I was very excited about doing this fundraiser, because it's going to be incredibly helpful. We have to move. One big concern is we have to move a shed, which is what our chickens use as their house.
Mm-hmm.
So that cost, we got an estimate for around $400. So even if we could raise half of that, that would be amazing.
Yeah, that'd be fantastic. Now, Heather, have you seen the new packaging?
Oh my gosh, we love it.
Absolutely. Is it not the most fun thing you've ever seen?
It's beautiful and it's very thoughtful how the print's even on the side of it. And I just love the description and, that right on the front that you support sanctuaries. It's beautiful.
The plot chickens, light roast.
Yes. I love the names.
Baby farm animals, different species on every package.
I love it. It's perfect.
I can't tell you how much fun we had doing. It was ridiculous fun doing the rebranding of Fluffy Cow. And we did it to make it look like a sister brand to Hugo, because that's Hugo Coffee is the original brand, supports dogs and cats.
Right.
And then Fluffy supports farm animal sanctuaries. So speaking of cats, Heather, the next time we chat, we'll have a cat brand.
Oh, perfect.
We're hoping to launch, just like, we're not going to do like the whole 7 roasts like we do with Fluffy and Hugo, but like the top 3 sellers, dark, medium, light, and maybe cold brew. How fun.
Yeah. A lot of people love cold brew. It's good to keep that.
Yes, 100%. All right. So when is the move occurring?
Well, our closing date was supposed to be this week, but because our buyer is having lender issues, it's going to be pushed back to the end of the month, the very latest. So we're looking at next week, which is when we're a fundraiser. Oh, should say that. But we're looking at, like I said, by the end of the month, but hopefully sooner.
And do you have an estimate of what the total cost of this move is going to be?
Oh gosh, no, because we have a lot of work to do there at the location. One of the biggest issues that we had was finding somewhere to go. The real estate market, at least in New Jersey, is tough right now. It's been like ongoing bidding wars. So we grabbed as soon as we could, and the house is in disrepair, so that needs a lot of work. But that's okay, because it's me and 3 teenage boys and an adult man, and I know that we can get it done. Plus volunteers, which are always amazing. And I'm sorry, what was the question?
just what the total cost was. But that's
gosh.
But what I wanted, one thing that is interesting to me, because I don't think I've ever talked to a sanctuary that was moving from point A to point B, all the animals. What kind of is it stress? It must be stressful on the animals to have a new location.
Absolutely. I'm glad you brought that up too, because We were supposed to be out of here at the beginning of the month. And to try to make a long story short, because of zoning violations that they have against us, the township, they wanted us out at the beginning of the month, or we were going to be fined every day. Um, it's a long story that we've been having issues with this township with zoning.
And how long have you existed?
We've been here for 4 years. We've been in business for 7.
And have you had consistent issues with the
It's
township, or were they okay and then suddenly they're not okay?
first 2 years they were okay, and then after everybody started opening back up with COVID, and they know that they changed some things in the zoning, as far as what was allowed and what wasn't allowed, and I can't see what was changed. That's when they started giving us issues. So it was like in 2022 they started giving us problems, and we've been back and forth through court, and we have a lawyer, and it's just been one thing after another, and that's one of the reasons we're moving.
I
We're
figured that was
done.
a triggering event of you moving.
Yeah,
And
that's
now I'm having a memory of you having zoning issues, and I also have a memory of me being surprised that you aren't grandfathered under the prior zoning ordinance.
no, I know. I'm surprised too, but it says something in there about no grandfathering, so maybe they knew.
I think that's kind of I don't think that's legal where I live. I could tell you that.
Well, that's slimy, but they get
Now,
away with it, and
is were the complaints triggered by neighbors or just generally?
they said it was triggered by neighbors. We haven't had any complaints, and we've asked around, and we've gone to neighbors and asked them. So I'm not sure. I want to say outright that they're lying, but it feels dishonest.
Yeah,
We did put in for an Oprah as well, an open records report,
yeah.
and there was nothing on the records. So they said it was off record.
Okay, whatever. Jeez.
I know. So I'm like, okay,
Honestly, Heather, you know what?
it's just not
Get
worth
out of there.
seeing.
I mean, who needs that nonsense?
We
Let's
rescued
go
so many
somewhere.
animals in this location, and that's what I'm grateful for, that we were able to help them, because the people in this area are not kind to animals. We've had a cat shot, we've had 2 cats hit by cars. Like, we're over it. We want to be here for the animals.
Right, and you're going to start afresh in a new township where you're not going to have these issues, and you're going to have 2 more acres.
But that was the whole thing about it being stressful. We didn't want to have to move the animals to a temporary location,
Right,
only to move them
right.
what
Again,
was going to be a couple weeks later, which is still just a couple weeks later. I know some people didn't understand our reasoning for sucking up the fines, because it's probably about $100 a day, the fines.
and they're still doing that, even though you have a plan to
Yep.
exit this
They
town.
refused. Our lawyer tried. Yeah, our lawyer tried to get the prosecutor and the judge to extend it, to give us an extension, because we have a buyer, we have a house, we have a new property we're going to. It's just they just are not bending on it at all. So we have to just suck it up and pay the fines, and it's for the safety and the well-being of the animals, because
Sure.
we were grateful to have a couple others, well, one other sanctuary, Runaway Farm, they're also in New Jersey, I think Bayville. They offered to house a couple animals for us, and then we were going to put the cows at another location, but Bayville's 2 hours away from us, and then the other location was an hour away from us, and
Yeah.
we just didn't feel comfortable keeping them there and not being there. And the cattle were going to be somewhere where there isn't people all the time. So if something were to happen, we don't know if something is going to happen and these cows get out, and it's not going to be a happy ending, because they're big animals and people would be afraid of them. So yeah, we just decided to suck up the fines, and I know some people didn't agree to it, but I just feel like these animals, this is their sanctuary. Some have never moved at
Right.
all. Some have only moved one other time, and they were young.
Right.
And this is their peace. And for them to get uploaded and moved to a completely new place just temporarily, and we're not even there to help them or comfort them.
Right.
Just couldn't do that. It's so much stress on them. I can't do that to them.
And honestly, it's probably a wash when it comes to cost, right?
It
You
is.
might as well, and if it's not a wash, it's not a big, it's close to one.
We'll
And
pay it over time.
And then at least, you keep them where they are. You keep your residents where they are in comfort, and you only move them once, so they only get traumatized once, and then they
Yep.
they get acclimated to their new home.
Yep.
So
And we'll be there.
yeah, yeah. So
They'll know us and they
yeah.
won't be so scared. But if to ship them off to a place they've never been before, and then the other ones, there's nobody there to even watch them in case something happens. I couldn't. We tried to work something out. We just couldn't fathom.
Well, you got a plan now, right?
Yeah.
The plan is in action. It's going to happen soon. It's going to be much better. Everybody's going to be much happier.
Yes.
You're not dealing with this nonsense, and you're going to start fresh with 2 more acres and the animals are going to be great.
Yeah, and we're closer to a lot of our supporters too, so that's going to be huge.
That's awesome.
We're very isolated out here, so that was tough.
That's awesome. All right, Heather. So now here's the deal. We got to remind the fan base. We got to remind them that the fundraiser begins Monday morning and Sunday at midnight.
Okay.
You have 3.5 more days of your fundraiser. So we got to get the word out so that people buy, because we're talking about $2.50 for every single item sold on the website during the course of the fundraiser. The coffee's fantastic. If you drink coffee, if you don't worry about it. We have great mugs. We have amazing new packaging. We have fun swag. Like, there's things to buy, and the holidays are coming.
Yeah, it's perfect. And we love your coffee. We love it. We drink it all the time. So we're happy to always partner with you.
I do too. I'm drinking it. I'm drinking Incognito.
That is my favorite one so far.
Yes, I drink it every day. Incognito dark roast.
Yes, and I'm not a dark roast person, but it is so good.
Oh, thank you. All right, now, Heather, we're gonna spread the word. We have 3.5 more days.
Yes.
Get people to buy, because we want to help Marley's Meadows move their sanctuary so that they can expand into cat sanctuary.
Yes, exactly.
And get rid of all this nonsense that you're dealing with in that township.
These are cat haters here. We don't want that.
Bastards.
They really are bastards here.
All right, Heather. Well, you have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Fingers
you.
crossed. I want to write you a big old check, and we want to pay for that move. So I want to raise $400. Damn it.
That would be crazy, but if we could do half of that, I'm happy with that, or even close to it. I'm happy.
All right.
All right.
All right. We will do so. I promise you will get at least half.
Awesome.
All right. And you take care, and good luck with the move. I'm thinking of you, and we can't wait to do a cat fundraiser for you next time.
Yes, that'll be exciting.
Yay. All right, Heather, you take care.
Thank you, you too.
Bye.
Bye.